Hi, everyone. Say hi. Welcome to the Erin and Emma show. We're just going to have a bit of fun here. We're literally in bed. Emma is in her pajamas. I am half naked.
Thanks for that input.
Sitting on the edge of my bed. Milo is dead asleep on the end. Snoring away. We have the OC playing in the background because it's just a little bit awkward. Yeah, with no sound whatsoever. So Emma will probably be watching that while...
Emma will probably be asleep in 5 minutes.
It is 1:14 in the morning. Emma's not too happy about doing this, but she's come home from work and I've been doing my creative juices podcasting.
Stop saying that word.
I'll be using creative juices quite a lot.
Juices.
I've been doing
The juices are flowing.
I've been doing my preview for our Player Issue podcast that me and Josh have taken care of, and that literally took me 3 hours of recording to get 4 minutes and 14 seconds worth of preview. There is a lot of bloopers that come out of that. We may put some up. Emma might put some up because there was a lot of Milo related bloopers.
Poor Milo was getting abused left, right and centre.
Well, she wanted to be a guest co-host.
She didn't even do anything in one of them.
She was unable to be on the show. I'm sorry, Milo. So yeah, that was fun. Slightly ridiculous, but it was fun. And Emma walked in the door as I said my goodbyes. So my creative juices, there you go, are still flowing.
Stop using that word.
So I've told Emma that we're going to have to do a podcast of our own. So the topic, which I thought of, came across because everyone keeps asking us how our holiday was. And it's easy enough to give you a quick, short highlight show of how it was, but we were going to talk more in depth of what we actually did and how much fun we actually had and all the little things that we might have done that we might not have told anybody, because who the hell remembers all that sort of stuff within a short 1-2 minute conversation. So we're going to go more in depth onto that today, tonight, this evening, this morning, whatever you want to talk about. I might continue on the podcast after about 15 minutes when Emma falls asleep.
Shut up.
Anyway, it's not really a podcast, it's just a bullshit chat.
Bullshit.
bullshit. Anyway, so we'll get popping. So basically our holiday started
at Perth Airport.
Funny that. We were showing the door, seen off by my parents and Emma's friends, Katie and Zane. Got that right, yeah?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Beautiful. Well done.
And I got a teddy.
And yeah, Katie gave Emma a teddy. I don't know where my present was, but anyway.
What do we call him again? Prada.
Prada. Yes, it was a unicorn that somehow made the name Prada. But anyway.
I said sprinkles.
Yeah, I said that's not a good idea. Anyway, so we boarded the plane for our trip to Hong Kong. Yes, I know. We're going to LA, but we have to stop in Hong Kong first.
Oh, get yourself some Chinese food.
We had, obviously, a Hong Kong person sitting next to us on the flight over who didn't say a word. She was quite quiet.
She was alright, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Calm down. She was completely fine. Didn't say a word to me. And she was very small, so she didn't get in my way. So that was nice.
But yeah, Erin still managed to sit on his headphone cord and snap it within 15 minutes of the flight. So he had no headphones the whole flight.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, so the first 7 hours of our trip, I basically spent with no headphones to listen to any of the stuff that we were watching on the actually really cool TV screen. They had quite a lot of stuff on there.
I spilled a cup of tea on myself too, I remember that. I started crying.
Yeah, that was a really good start. Yeah. Really, really good start.
I spilled a cup of tea on myself.
Spilled a cup of tea, started crying, and here I was thinking this is going to be a fantastic trip.
A whole cup of tea.
Yeah, it wasn't nice. It did get on me as well, but I didn't want to mention that because she was already angry enough as it is.
And I cried.
And she cried, so I didn't want to mention the fact
I stuck so much toilet paper down my pants to soak up the cup of tea. It was not funny.
It was a little bit funny. Anyway, so the trip wasn't too terrible to Hong Kong other than all the stuff that happened. The food was really nice. Food was really good. I enjoyed the Hong Kong food. That's not really
I liked
good.
all the plain food.
Yeah, it was all really good.
There was not one part.
Chinese food. Let's go Chinese
food. They gave us ice cream too. Ice cream was good.
I don't remember, to be honest. But anyway, 7-hour flight to Hong Kong. It wasn't terrible. Cathay Pacific's quite nice. Fairly
Minus
roomy.
the fact that they have no fucking air conditioner.
Oh, that was awful. So no air conditioner whatsoever. So the first leg of the flight was actually awful as far as comfort level, because it was so friggin' hot. I was sweating my nutsack off.
Even I got hot, and I don't get hot and things like that.
No, it was bloody hot. Anyway, I managed to survive. We got to Hong Kong. We were there for 5 hours, so we were trying to figure out if there was something we could do in that 5 hours, but honestly it was just too difficult to figure out the airport because it was massive. So we just walked around the airport for a while looking for a cord, which is the start of the adventure of this, finding this bloody cord.
Oh, it took us ages to figure out how to get up to the shops as well.
Yeah, so there was I think it was a third level maybe?
2 levels.
Yeah, so we were on the second level and we're trying to figure out how the hell we get up to this third level, because we could see all this food up there.
And shops.
But we couldn't get up there. And so we asked a few different people, and they told us we had to go through the security checkpoint. So basically that was it. Once you go through there, you're stuck there. But luckily we did it anyway. We probably took a little bit longer than we should have to go through, because we stayed down there for a while looking around.
It took us ages.
So we probably only spent 2 hours up there. But yeah, it was a whole another world, as one of the guys told us.
Yeah.
Lot of cool things to do, a lot of cool things to see.
You go to third level, whole new world. It's like LA.
Yeah, so the first thing Em did was run directly towards the Disneyland store.
Who does not? I tried to spend as much money as possible.
She did. Well, mind you, this is 7 hours into our trip, so...
Actually, I didn't buy anything from that store until we came back. I was very well behaved.
True that, yeah, very well done.
That's very, very, very... Yeah, very.
I managed to talk you into not buying anything because we were going to Disneyland and thought we might actually get stuff cheaper, because Hong Kong airport was bloody expensive.
Oh, what was it? It was $16 for a milkshake.
No, it was 14, but close enough. Bloody hell.
And sausage and egg muffins that were disgusting.
So our breakfast... Yeah, breakfast.
It was like $60,
was
wasn't it?
$60 Australian.
For
it was
two,
$60
for 2 sausage and egg muffins, 1 milkshake, and a cup of tea.
$60. That's unbelievable. And they wanted us to leave a tip. I don't think I ended up leaving a tip.
No, we
Because
didn't.
this is too bloody expensive. I'm not leaving you a tip.
And the lady wasn't the nicest.
They didn't really do anything for us anyway, so who gives a shit? But actually, the view was really cool. So we were looking out this giant window, and you can see all the planes taking off. And the view in the background was really, really cool, of the mountains and things like that, of all the planes taking off. It's just really, really nice. It's all foggy. Every time we went there, actually, it was really foggy, which just gave it a really cool look. Yeah, so anyway, that was a great time in the Hong Kong airport. We were told all about the Chinese flu as well, so we'll get into that a bit later, but we were told to watch out for the Chinese flu that's going around Hong Kong.
I didn't know.
Well, I heard it anyway, but
Maybe
didn't think nothing
asleep.
of it. Yeah, actually it was on the plane. I think you might have been
was it?
asleep, but
Oh.
yeah.
Well.
So they did mention the Chinese flu, so we didn't think it would actually really see it again, but we'll come back to that. And so the second leg of the flight, Emma was actually in the middle, sitting next to a very lovely gentleman.
He was nice. He just had the worst fucking breath.
Obviously, we're not making this a PG episode.
It was disgusting. Every time he breathed, he just needed to stop breathing. It was disgusting. Even you covered your nose at one point.
It got to the point where I started farting, and anybody who knows me knows my farts are horrendous, but I was farting to mask his smell. It was
and
that bad.
It didn't work. It didn't work. And he just wanted to keep talking to me. Where you from? Where you going? How long you there for? Just leave me alone. I'm tired. Don't talk to me. And then he had so much food, like he accumulated so much food through the whole flight on his little trestle table thing, that every time I was like, I really need to go to the toilet. Nah, it's going to take him forever to move all this food. So just hold on, Emma. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that was one thing we did find, was because we were stuck on the middle, well, not stuck, but we chose them, the middle and the window, is that going to the toilet, was sitting next to these Chinese people, was not really likely going to happen, because they didn't really speak too good English, and they didn't want to move. You could tell they just did not want to get up at all. So we stuck it out. We did actually quite well. The first leg, the lady did get up a couple of times, so we did manage to get up then.
Yeah, made a run for it.
But the second flight, this guy never got up at all. So
or when he did, he left his tray table down with all the food on it, so there was no way to get past it.
Yeah, so we basically just sat in our seats the entire time. But by the time we got to LA, I had the worst pain in my tailbone. It was unbelievable.
And you still had no headphones.
Still had no headphones, so it was quite difficult. But I did use the Cathay Pacific flight headphones. Cheapies, but they did the job. But obviously no noise cancelling, so I still managed to get probably a couple of hours worth of sleep, which was nice. You always need that little bit of sleep before you go to LA, because otherwise you get to LA and you just die. So we were lucky in that respect, I suppose. What did you watch on the plane?
Disney. What? Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3.
Just in the first leg, I mean.
Yeah, that was on the way there. And then I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't really remember what I watched either. I think I watched a movie.
I watched Wreck-It Ralph. That was awful. Wreck-It Ralph 2 was awful.
I watched Wreck-It Ralph on the way home.
It wasn't that great.
No, it was average.
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph. I watched all the Toy Stories. I watched... There was a few other Disney things I watched. Inside Out. I can't remember.
I watched the Andre the Giant documentary. I don't know if that was... That might have even been on the way back, actually. But
no, it was on the way there.
I remember... I've already watched it before, but goddamn, that is a good documentary. You've seen it as well, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah, God, that was good. If you haven't seen it, watch it. I think my brother, Mark, I think he's even watched it, and that's saying something. But definitely watch that, because that is awesome. If you're into wrestling at all, or know anything about wrestling, or just Andre the Giant, watch it, because it's an incredible documentary. Anyway,
or you could just watch Toy Story instead.
You could watch Toy Story.
Toy Story is awesome. If you don't watch Toy Story, then you're not living, Barry.
I also watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and I fell asleep pretty quickly. Bored the shit out of me.
Was it bad?
Yeah, it was average. Very average. Oh, I watched Get Out as well.
Should have watched Toy Story.
That was awesome, but nowhere near as scary as I expected it to be.
Yeah. What were you watching that for? Who watches things like that on a plane? Who watches things like that in general, to be honest?
Yeah, I wasn't going to, but I ended up watching it because I've heard some good things about it, and I'm glad I did. It was a pretty good movie, but...
I started watching Bridget Jones's Diary, and I fell asleep within 5 minutes. That was awful. If you can sit there and watch that and think that's a good movie, then you need to go and find something to do. You need a hobby.
Anyway, so that was 22 hours worth of flying, and we didn't watch a whole hell of a lot, so we must have slept a pretty decent amount. I think we might have slept about 8 hours.
Yeah, minus the guy's bad breath next to me. That put me off a lot.
So we survived the flight. Well, it was fine. Oh. I don't think you would have heard that, but that was a fantastic little snore from Milo. It was very loud. So she's trying to get herself in on the show, but
she's slowly creeping her way over.
She might make her way over soon. She wants to be a third guest on the show, but we'll get her in later. We've just got to LA, and we're 13 and a half minutes in.
Oh
already.
Shit! Should we This is not. No one's going to listen to this.
You never know. We'll see what happens.
2 hours of this shit.
It might be more. Anyway, so we've just made our way to LA. We've got off the plane. We're walking towards customs, and we see 2 people behind the customs desk. And there's 2 flights, at least 2 flights, full flights of people trying to go through customs. Now, if you've ever been to LA airport, you know how awful it is when there's a full bunch of people, customs people taking everyone through, but we only had 2. So
they weren't putting any others on either.
And you can tell these people had been there for a long time, because there was no smiling, no joking, no nothing from these ones whatsoever. So we weren't looking forward to that part.
We waited about an hour and a half.
It's probably about an hour and a half, yeah, until they finally put some more people on. Now, we got a bit lucky there, because they come and grabbed us, and that guy was obviously the first. We were the first people.
He was very happy.
He was a very cool dude, very, very cool. Loved Emma, as did literally everybody else in the country, but anyway.
Unlovable.
Loved her name, thanked her. No, that was another guy.
But he liked my name too.
He did like her name, yes. And he was just a really, really nice bloke. So he actually put us in a really good mood, real good spirits. for the start of our trip, which was really cool. So then we made our way out to our Uber, which was a mission.
Oh, God.
Because you walk your way out the doors and
Your phone died.
Did it?
Yeah. You ordered it, your phone died, and...
Yeah, so we didn't know where to go to begin with,
figure it
because we
out.
walked out after I'd ordered the Uber and then my phone died. But we didn't know where the hell we actually caught it from, because it's completely different from when I went bloody 10 years ago. Well, there wasn't any Ubers anyway. I don't think. So we eventually figured out, probably 15 minutes later, by then that one had already gone.
He cancelled on us.
And
he charged us too.
And he charged us,
And he charged us, yeah.
Which is fair enough. But we
not
figured
really.
out afterwards you have to go upstairs and the ride share is up there. So we figured out eventually, and then we got my phone charged a little bit, just enough that we could order another one. So we got another Uber. He seemed to be a really nice guy. I don't remember him a lot.
No, I don't really remember him at all.
Definitely wasn't. I think he was Mexican. Yes, he was a Mexican guy.
Yeah.
Because I got into a conversation about Mexican food. I was asking him where the best Mexican food was. He did tell me, but I don't remember. We never
I don't
ended up
remember
going.
a thing about it.
Well, there's a reason you don't remember a thing about it. Because within 5
I was
minutes of
gone.
the trip, you were asleep.
Yeah, and I'd finally gotten into a deep sleep, and all of a sudden you said, "Get up, Ramsey, we're here! Get up! Get out of the car! Get out of the car, Ramsey, we're here!" I'm fucking scared the
Usually
shit out
when
of
you're
me.
in a foreign country and it's your first time there, you stay awake, wide awake,
did.
eyeballs up, looking
did.
around. Oh, look at all these cool new
I took
things
a
we're seeing.
photo of you because I was like, cool, you're sitting on the wrong side of the car. I filmed lots of palm trees, and then before I know it, was gone.
Yeah, so that was 5 minutes into our 45-minute drive
I had a good nap.
to Hollywood. So once we got Emma awake and we arrived at the hotel,
The dodgiest hotel.
we went up to the window and we spoke to the Asian girl, which was hard as enough as it was,
Difficult.
and got our room, which
It was a single
we
bed.
walked in and she looked at us like, you're not going to enjoy this. And she opened the door and said, yeah, are you sure you want this room? And we looked in and it was just a single bedroom, which we thought, this isn't going to be good. So I'd say to her, I said, how much is it going to be? To upgrade, it was an extra $100 a night. I was like, you are joking. This place isn't exactly the bloody Ritz-Carlton or
Oh, it
anything
was
like
not.
that.
It was falling apart.
It was pretty dodgy, but it was Hollywood, so it's not the easiest place to find cheap hotels that are half decent. So it was pretty cheap. Anyway, I think it was about $240 for the 3 days. And I wasn't paying another $300.
No, we just dealt with a single bed.
We dealt with it. The room was nice enough.
Oh, single bed with one pillow.
Yeah.
So we not only had to share this titchy little bed, it had one cushion, and it was the flattest cushion in the world. So in the end, I think I used your jumper as a pillow the entire time we were there.
Yeah, and I'm a 2-pillow guy, so that's awful for me.
It was flat.
The one really good thing about it was the aircon was fantastic.
Oh, that was horrible.
It was fantastic.
Every night. I was freezing my ass off.
The window was very loud.
yeah,
It
right
was
on the
right
main
next to
strip.
the main strip. But we got used to that after a bit. But yeah, that having one pillow was awful. And it was rather difficult being so close, which sounds awful, but when you can't move, or if you do, you're going to fall off the bed. It's not easy.
Yeah.
But the room itself was nice enough. Did the job. The bathroom was pretty good. Shower was nice. It was huge too. Could easily fit 4 people in there if you wanted to have a really good time. It was quite scary a few times at night time when you'd hear people banging around, yelling at each other at 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
There was a dog too.
There was a dog?
Yeah, remember there was a
Oh,
dog?
there was a little dog
There was
yapping.
a little dog just constantly barking. And we're like, where's this little freaking dog from? Never found out. Milo, did you just fart?
Probably.
Oh.
Anyway, so that was the first day. We arrived at 10 a.m., mind you, 10 a.m. Monday morning. And so we spent the day... We went to Hollywood. Obviously, we went to Hollywood Boulevard.
Did the handprint thing.
We checked out the handprints at Kodak Theatre, which is now known as something else.
Still Kodak Theatre.
No, it's something else now, but I've forgotten what it was. But anyway,
Yeah, so we did the handprints.
did the handprints. We checked those out. It was pretty cool. There's a lot of people around. The CD guys were out in force, which was really frustrating. One of them called me basic, so
Did he?
he did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. the only one I actually spoke to because he was annoying me.
That's right. He followed us, didn't he?
Yeah. So I told him I didn't want it, and he called me basic. But yeah, cool. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
And then we went down the Hollywood Boulevard looking for Michael Bublé for Lee and Ange, but
Never found him.
never find him.
We did the Wax Museum.
We did the Wax Museum. That was pretty cool. We actually went through it really fast.
Yeah, there was lots of people. It felt very pushy.
There actually wasn't very many people there.
No, I don't know. It was just like, yeah, cool, that's cool, yeah, cool, keep.
No, that was me, that one.
Hey! My gosh.
Could have blamed Milo for that one, but that one was me.
Stop it, the both of you.
Anyway, so the Max Museum,
Max.
the Wax Museum was really cool. Pretty cool. You actually get to see how short a lot of these
They
celebrities
freak me out because I feel like they're watching you.
Yeah, they're very realistic.
They're so. Oh, there's a couple that are a bit poor, but
There's a couple.
actually,
There
no.
would be some of the older ones. Some of the newer ones were really
They
good.
were
The Vin
terrifying.
Diesel one was really cool,
Vin Diesel.
and he was out the front.
Oh yeah, no. There was the one. What's that guy? And he's on like America's Got Talent, and he's like a
Yeah,
British sort of guy.
yeah. I don't remember his name. But
Well,
that was really
he was
cool.
there. Damn, I thought that was real.
Yeah.
It was just scary.
It's crazy how short
Jason
they all were.
Derulo.
Yeah,
That one looked really cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it was heaps.
Yeah, none of them were as tall as what you'd expect to see them on TV. Like, you stand next to them, they're actually as tall as they were in real life, and they were really short. So,
Even J-Lo was really short.
Jaylee's tiny, but
She
everyone
was
knows that.
titchy. I didn't know she was short. She had heels on and I was still taller than her.
So anyway, that Wax Museum was pretty cool. We then went to... Did we go to Johnny Rocket first?
We had food.
Yeah. Do you remember where we went?
Yeah, we went to a diner.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was my first taste of American cheese.
Yeah.
And I felt
How
really,
was that?
I felt really ill, remember? I got really... Not ill, but like... I thought I was going to chuck.
Really?
Yeah. And you were like, it's just American cheese settling into your
Yeah.
system.
You get used to
You'll
it.
be okay.
But goddamn, it tastes good.
It was good.
Yeah. Johnny Rocket was awesome. So
And
that
then-
was right on Hollywood Boulevard. We went and looked at the sign through the
Yeah, through
archway.
that arch, yeah.
And we went to Johnny Rocket and the diner. And how funny was it when they took your drink away when you're halfway through it?
What do you mean?
And the chick walked up and grabbed your drink when you were halfway through it, and you were just like, "Where's she going with my drink?"
Oh, and she's like, I'm getting you a refill. I don't need a fucking refill. It's still got drink in it. Let me finish it, bitch.
Yeah, so Em didn't realise that you get free refills
No.
at 99% of the places
How
in America.
dodgy are we over here? They make you pay. You want another drink? Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
me another $4.
Yeah,
Thank
these
you. Over
drinks
there.
aren't small either, they're massive.
No, over there it was just like, you want another drink? Cool, free refill. Want another drink? Yeah, free refill.
They're real quick to give you a refill.
Oh,
free
yeah.
refill as
Oh,
well.
your drink's hot. Let me get you a refill. It's not hot. It's only been sitting there for 5 minutes. Oh, no. It's lost its fizz. I'll get you another refill.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed Johnny Rockets. That was our first taste of American food when we were there. Loved it. That burger was awesome. Don't remember what I had, but it tastes really good. The American cheese, I really missed that.
I think
'cause
I had
that
a
was great.
cheeseburger. How
Oh,
original.
no doubt you would have had a
How
cheeseburger.
original.
It's no big surprise. Then we went back to the strip. We were very tired, but we didn't want to give up just yet, being our first day. So we said, screw it, let's go find a tour bus. And we found a tour of Mulholland Drive and the mountains. Can't remember the Mulholland Drive mountain. Mulholland Drive Experience, it's called.
I can't remember.
It goes up in the hills, back of Beverly
Celebrities.
Hills, and then goes down through Beverly Hills and back to Hollywood Boulevard. It was really cool. Really bloody cold though.
I was freezing. I had shorts and a singlet on and thongs.
Yeah, it was freezing.
It was so cold and I was so tired that halfway through I fell asleep. Didn't I?
Yeah, I almost fell asleep as
I
well.
fell asleep and I looked over, there was two ladies giggling at me and I was just like, fuck her off.
We were the only Aussies on there, obviously. That's not a real big surprise. You don't really see too many Aussies over there. But yeah, we're the only Australians. They took the piss out of us a few times, but who cares? It was really cool. Really, like the lanes and stuff were really narrow. So the amount of times I had to pull over and let
Yeah,
people
to
pass.
pull over to let cars past.
Um,
He did really well driving that car up all those hills,
well,
though,
he
to
obviously
be
does
fair.
that a lot.
Jeez, they were steep hills.
Yeah, it was really cool. I enjoyed the views. I'd done those sort of tours before, but not that particular one. So it was really cool to see.
It was cool to see Michael Jackson's house, the gates where he was taken through when he passed away, because we only just watched that documentary.
Yeah, we watched the documentary the week before we left, and then we saw
the exact
gates that we were literally 15 metres away, if that.
That they took him through.
So that was really cool. I mean, I saw the house previously, but obviously seeing it now again after all that sort of stuff was really, really cool. We saw a lot of celebrity houses, but that's the one that really stuck out, isn't it? Then we got to oversee the whole of, I think it's Carson City. That could be wrong, completely wrong. It sounds wrong. But where Universal Studios, and that is a really cool view.
You can see the castle, the Harry Potter castle.
The Harry Potter castle, yeah, that was really cool. We sat up there for a little while before we drove back down to Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills are really nice. Obviously, every house there is ridiculously expensive, but nothing like crazy nice or anything.
Nah, and apparently they have landslides all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like a big hazard to be living in those hills, but yet the celebrities still want to live there.
Yeah, we saw a lot of rubble on the road.
Yeah, landslides and rock. Is it rock? I don't know if it's a rock slide or whatever it's called. Or
and people lose their houses.
Yeah, people lose their houses. Apparently, what was it, 3 weeks before we got there, it was a massive landslide and the roads were covered and stuff and they couldn't... Yeah.
Yeah. So, that was pretty cool to see. But by the time we finished... Well, actually, we went past the Viper Room as well.
Yeah.
Which was cool because it's something that you...
Ghost Adventures.
Wanted to see from Ghost Adventures.
I would have liked to have gotten up closer to it, but I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, that would be really cool to go to, but we didn't really have the time. But at least you got to see it. That was really cool.
Yeah, I was just watching that episode before we left as well.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen that, or if you don't know anything about the Viper Room, check it out. It's pretty cool. It's I don't know if it's still owned by Johnny Depp, but
it is.
Formerly was, at least.
It is. And the claims that the other former owner is buried in the basement.
Jake, I can't even say his friggin' name. Anyway, River Phoenix actually passed away there.
Out the front.
At the very front of it.
Very front of it.
So, got some history for sure. Yeah, from there we were obviously completely dead by the time we got back to the Hollywood Boulevard. We said enough's enough. Went back to the room and just relaxed. Did we even go anywhere else that night? I think we were planning to go to dinner.
We went and got some food and that was about it, really. Can't remember. I really don't remember.
I think we might have even just got Uber Eats.
I think we got Uber Eats. We were so dead.
I
was asleep on the tour bus. I mean, what more do you want?
Yeah, so we did our best to last the day. We did well enough, as far as I'm concerned. Because we had a big day coming up the next day. Remember this?
Disneyland.
Negative.
No?
No.
Oh, Universal Studios.
No, not even that. So the second day... The second day, I got up before Em was even alive.
To go hire a car.
To go pick up a car. Well, actually, no, she did come with me. It's a lie.
I did come with you,
She survived it.
I got
I think
up.
Milo again. Hello.
Hello.
She did get up because we had to move on straight away.
We got to get the car at 9.
9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
We got to the place to hire the car because we had a 7.5 hour drive ahead of us. Yeah, it's definitely something that I probably wouldn't do again, but I am extremely glad that we did do it.
He fangirled.
I fangirled hardcore many times in that 24 hours.
I got hit so many times.
Got hit so many times.
Yeah, he kept thumping me every time a player came up. Emma, take a photo.
Anyway, we'll get to that. So we'll start off with the car. So when we got to the hire place, it's real simple hiring a car over there, actually.
Wasn't much.
It's pretty easy. You can have your license and your credit card and on your way, basically. So just give us our papers to go hire the car. We always knew we were going to get a Mustang convertible.
It had to be a Mustang.
We had to. Em always wanted to drive a Mustang.
It has to be a Mustang.
So I made sure to hire a convertible. It actually was one of the very last things I did before we came was actually hire the Mustang.
And when we walked in, this Mustang was being washed.
Yeah, so the convertible was being washed at the time, so we're thinking, shit, we're going to be here for a while and we need to go.
And I said, just push the keys. There's a GT over there. How cool would it be if it's the GT? Nah, I'm not pushing it. Nah, it's not going to be the GT.
I didn't want to bother the guy washing the car.
Push the button, GT lights come on.
So this really incredible black
Jet
GT
black.
lights up, and you just look at it in awe, thinking there's no way we get
hopped
to drive
in that
this.
car very fucking
We
quickly.
got in there real quick, and my God, was it pretty inside.
Started it up, it rumbled.
Started up, and the sound of it just got me juices flowing.
Stop it.
It was beautiful.
As his juices are going, this woman that we signed the paperwork for, knocking on the window. Sorry, giving you the wrong keys. That's not your car.
So we were very excited anyway that we got to even start this car up. So I was happy enough with that.
Nah, I was not.
So
I wanted that car.
We got out of the car and we listened to the girl say, yeah, you got the wrong car. You're supposed to take the convertible, but it's not ready yet.
She said, you got to get what you paid for. I mean, you really wanted a convertible, didn't you? We're like, you kidding me? We just wanted a Mustang.
Yeah, so she said,
that.
you got to get what you pay for. And I said, well, actually, we would rather that. She said, oh, would you? And I said, yeah.
Oh, have it then.
Yeah, go for it, she reckons.
Any extra cost? Nah.
So, I didn't really give her a chance to tell us it was going to be extra cost.
She
Just
kind
grabbed
of
the key
walked off.
and took off. So
We got in pretty quickly.
jumped back in the car and reversed out and
started it again.
got to start it again, but just reversing out was scary enough because the power under that bonnet was incredible. And it was a big car.
Big bonnet. Yeah.
We drove out and onto the street, which is scary enough because I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. That was difficult. And we're on our way for our 7-hour trip. And holy shit, was it exciting. The 7 hours it went by pretty fast because that car was incredible to drive.
We stopped off.
So we had a few stops along the way, as you have to on that far. First stop we did was we drove along to, can't remember the name of the city actually, but just outside of LA, probably only about 20 k's out, is the site of the Back to the Future house, Marty's house from Back to the Future, which, driving down the street, looks exactly the same as it did from the movie. The house looked exactly the same as it did in the movie.
While Erin's admiring the house, I'm admiring the car.
I was so excited to see this house.
And I saw my first squirrel.
You saw a first
I
squirrel.
saw my first squirrel and it ran away from me and I couldn't get a photo of it.
We had to stop, obviously. We stopped on the side of the road, went up, took our photos in front of the house. We sat in front of the house for a little while. We only got one photo with the Mustang, though. We took a photo of him in front of the Mustang.
Yeah, you haven't got a photo with the Mustang.
No, I never got a photo of them. I did inside, though.
Yeah.
And anyway, that was awesome. That was incredible. That was one of the things I was really looking forward to, was seeing that house.
Of course, you revved the car up down that street going, where
Absolutely.
we're going.
We don't need roads. Yep, had to do it. That was, one of the bucket list things that I had to do. I'm so glad I did it. So if you do go to LA, make sure you go see the Back to the Future house because it's awesome.
The street looks exactly how you'd expect it.
Yep, definitely. So then we took off again and we stopped in Fresno when we saw our first In-N-Out burger.
In-N-Out, yeah.
Which obviously everyone's heard of. And
Damn, it was a good burger.
recommended everyone to go there. There's only like 3 options on the menu.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, and 3.
You literally have to choose 1, 2, or 3. You can't say the name of the thing. I think I said, can I have a double or whatever it was.
Yeah, you have to order by number.
And he's like, huh? What's a double?
It was like 1 was a cheeseburger, 2 was a double cheeseburger, and 3 was like a triple sort of.
Something like that.
Yeah, it got bigger.
No, I don't think it was even a burger.
Oh,
it was just a loaded fries or something. But anyway, we ordered our burgers and we went and sat down and yeah, it was so good.
It was a good burger.
It was really nice. Really nice place actually, Fresno. It was quite nice. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but nice little town.
We needed to eat anyway. We hadn't had breakfast.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we didn't eat.
We never had breakfast
once the entire time we were there. I made sure to book a hotel at every single place with continental breakfast, free breakfast, and not once did we actually have it.
It's not that we didn't get up early enough. It was just we had somewhere to be. So we left and breakfast was over.
And pretty much everywhere we went the night before, we kind of left it as late as we possibly could to get up early enough. Get up, get ready, go. There was no get up, have breakfast, chill, have coffee, go. It was, go.
It was, yeah.
So, yeah, so In-N-Out Burger was really nice. Definitely try that. And then we drove a very long way. I think you drove a little bit, didn't you, on the way there?
I probably drove for about 20 minutes, but you were getting nervous because I kept sort of swaying.
Yeah, well, it was pretty damn scary, those roads.
Yeah, it's because the car was so big, though. I was trying not to hit the pillar on the side, but then I was trying not to hit the truck on the right, and
it's very different. There's 6 lanes for a start.
Yeah, 6 lanes.
6 lanes. The fast lane is on the left.
And when you want to exit, you've got to go to the far right.
You go to the far right, and you don't indicate, basically.
There's no speed limit.
The speed limit is pretty much null and void. I think most of the time it was 70 out in the open road, but if you weren't doing at least 80, this is miles, by the way, so 80 miles is 130 kilometres an hour.
People up your ass.
People right up your ass if you're not doing at least 80. Mm-hmm. And even then, they're up your ass anyway.
And coppers sped past us too.
I was freaking out because I was doing 80 and I was slowing down because a cop was coming. And he flogged it past me, and so did everybody else. So I thought, screw it. That's it. We're going to keep speeding now.
You didn't even put your foot down in that car as much as I did. I got myself... What did I get myself up to? Almost like 200 and something odd.
Not quite. So she was doing 100 mile an hour, which obviously she didn't realise what 100 mile an hour is. But she said to me, I'm doing 100. Like, how fast am I going? I said, yeah, you're doing about 160 kilometres an hour.
And then I put my foot down. I wanted to hear it rumble.
It sounded very nice. I don't blame her at all.
It was fantastic.
It was beautiful. We took plenty of photos on the inside, took a few videos. Didn't take enough videos, actually, we could hear the car, though, unfortunately.
Nah, I think the few videos you've got is me abusing people, so...
Yeah, there was quite a few abusive videos out there, but they've all been deleted.
People were in my way.
Yeah, a little bit.
Don't get in my way when I'm driving a Mustang.
Not a whole hell of a lot happened after that. We did have to stop for fuel twice, obviously being...
Because Emma kept putting her foot down.
Being a V8. But it didn't cost much. It was only about $40 US
that's right.
each time, so it wasn't terrible. And then we pretty much just made our way to Sacramento from there. So we left at 9 a.m. We arrived in Sacramento at 5:30 in the afternoon. We actually parked right at the front door, basically.
Yeah.
Of the stadium, which was really cool. It cost $20.
Yeah, it was $20 to park.
$20 US, so it's probably a little bit expensive when you convert that. But the fact that it was right at the front door, it was gated security. It was pretty good.
And we didn't want to get the car wrecked anyway. So.
Yeah, super convenient. We just walked right up to the front door of the stadium, walked around, went to the stadium, the team store, which for me was kid in a candy store. Didn't really want to spend too much money too early. It wasn't only the second day, but they had the jerseys there that the players actually wear. And as much as I wanted one, I didn't want to buy one, but Emma kind of talked me into buying one.
What a nice girlfriend.
I didn't want to buy one because it was about 375 Australian dollars.
Yeah.
So
it was very expensive.
It was a lot of money, but I wanted a Buddy Hield one, but they didn't have a Buddy Hield, but they had a Marvin Bagley, so I got me a Marvin Bagley.
I'm disappearing while you talk about your basketball, because this is your section, and
No.
I'm saying my eyeball.
Well, Emma's going to go and bugger off to get something about her eyeball, so what we're going to do is we're just going to take a short break. I'm going to hit pause, and we'll be back very shortly.
Thanks, folks.
Hang on, let me finish my song.
Sorry.
Do you like my unpause music?
My washing machine makes that sound when it's finished. It lets me know I need to hang the clothes out.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, not that you would know, because you don't hang the washing out.
Ooh, that's a barb. Anyway, so we've just had our break, had a little bit of a pause. Emma went to pull some shit out of her eyeball. I went and chuck a piss and get a drink. And now we're back for our, I'm not going to say second part, because we're literally 2 days into our holiday.
Oh my god.
And 38 minutes in.
Oh, does that mean new Stranger Things are coming out?
Anyway, Emma's talking about Funko Pops at the moment because she's scrolling Facebook when she should be putting it down and focusing on.
I'm focusing
on the show.
Focus.
So where were we? We were at the front of the Arco Arena. No, it wasn't the Arco Arena. It was the Golden One Center where the
Oh,
Please
sorry.
stop showing me stuff on Facebook and distracting.
Sorry. Grumble bum takes his job way too
It's
seriously.
not my job. This is just the people want to hear us.
The people.
The people.
The people.
So we're at the front of the Golden One Centre,
This little piggy went to make
going through to the team store while Emma plays with Milo's toes. Because somehow she can't keep herself focused.
Oh, it's bloody what time in the morning?
It's 1:56 a.m.
And you're wondering why I'm playing with the dog's feet.
Yes.
Proceed. We're at the team store. Erin bought an expensive jersey.
I bought myself an expensive jersey. You bought a Fox jersey.
Well, you can't go to the game and not wear a jersey. I said it's expensive. We'll just buy it. It's
You
fine.
bought a Fox jersey. You bought itself a singlet. A nice, pretty singlet with glitter on it.
It doesn't fit me though.
Oh, fantastic.
It's huge. It's like wearing a circus tent.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's nice. Looks good.
It'll be like my my summer top.
Oh, sweet, I'm excited for that. So then we finally make our way inside the arena.
Erin's just like click, click every 5 seconds. Click,
Oh, I'm taking photos everywhere.
click, click.
So we make our way
Click.
into the arena. We're trying to find someone who I got in contact with prior to going over so we could attempt to meet some of the players or
We
whatever.
didn't even think we were going to see any.
Didn't think we were any chance at all.
No.
Anyway, we find this chick, Nikki, and she takes us right down to the court
Courtside seats.
and chucks us on the courtside seats, which was,
It was
to
right near.
start with, was incredible.
Yeah, well,
Because they put us right in front of where the Kings players were warming up.
yeah, right in front of the hoop.
Right underneath the hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were about a metre from De'Aaron Fox, Bogdanovic.
And I said I'll film because Erin was just enjoying the moment.
But of course, they would have told the players that Erin is there to see them from Australia.
Which they thought was me.
So Costa Cooper's made his way over, went straight to Emma to say hello.
Yeah.
He was actually really cool.
He was cool.
He was talking about how his family is actually living in Australia, and his mum lives in Melbourne, and how there's a big Greek community in Melbourne, how much he loves it, and so he was pretty cool actually.
Yeah.
Bloody tall bastard. And then we were lucky enough to meet Bogdanovic. A lot of people won't know who he is, but
Yeah. We didn't get time to take a photo because this is when Erin started hitting me.
actually I have to check out on that because the Sacramento Kings social media chick was taking all the photos, and she got a photo of us with Bogdan, so that was really cool. So I have to try and get a hold of her actually, see if I can get some of those photos.
Yeah.
Um,
So Erin's like, he's coming over. Yeah, take a photo. But I didn't really get a chance, to be honest, because he came to me.
he was he was a really nice dude though, really cool.
He was nice.
I don't really remember what he said, to be honest, but
I don't think we talked that much. He just said, heard you from Australia. Good on ya. Sort of, that was it really. He had to...
yeah, we took a photo and he said thank you.
He
for
had
the
to leave
support
pretty
and
quickly.
Moved on, and then holy shit moment.
This is when Emma really started getting hit.
So De'Aaron Fox, who is the Kings, I think it was a number 2 pick. I could be completely wrong there. 2 years ago, he is an absolute gun. He's probably our, I'm going to say second or third best player now because of Bagley and Hield. Anyway,
He's a good player.
Very, very good player. Got a lot of upside, and he's very much famous.
Didn't expect him to be coming walking over.
Not expect De'Aaron Fox to come walking over. Again, he walked straight towards Emma.
Oh, yeah, I got a good handshake out of him too.
And he was really nice, dude.
Tripped over a camera.
Tripped over camera. Told us not to worry about that, but
I
we had a
tossed
good
a
chat
couple
with
of dollars.
him. And then he asked us if we wanted a photo, so that was kind of nice. And yeah, we got a photo with him, and he said thank you for your support, and away he went. But I thought that was pretty much it. But they let us sit there for
Oh, we sat there for the whole time.
another 20 or 30
Whole
minutes.
warm up.
So we got there for quite some time. She even asked, she's like, do you want to go now? And I was like, hell no.
She was okay. She was alright with it though.
Yeah, I was like, no, I want to stay here as long as
She
I
was
possibly
happy.
can.
She was happy for us to sit there for as long as we wanted.
And we actually got to meet one of the courtside caterers, which was an
yeah.
interesting development.
She thought we were sitting there like they were our seats. So she gave us a menu and we said, no, we're not sitting here. Somehow ended up talking about Australia. She's going there, isn't she?
Yeah, she said, oh, I'm making my way over any chance.
So we're trying to teach her to say g'day.
trying to give us some tips on how to speak Aussie.
And we told her how far we'd driven and how far that night we had to drive back.
Yeah, so after this game, we were driving straight back to LA, so another 7-hour trip back. And we told her this, and she said, "Oh, no, you can't do that. Come stay at my house," which sounds just crazy, but if you've ever been to Sacramento, which majority haven't,
they were the nicest people.
They were the nicest people you'll ever meet. Every single person we met in Sacramento were just incredibly over the top nice. So when she said that, I was not surprised at all, and I didn't feel like she was a serial killer, that she was going to murder us.
No, she was really nice.
She said as long as you don't mind a couple of dogs in the house, we can stay on her couch, which super nice to hear from someone.
To be fair, that her couch would probably been comfier than that single bed anyway.
Yeah, more than likely. And I definitely would have taken her up on the offer if we didn't have
we had to drop the car
off.
Back in the morning at 9.
Yes, it was my mistake. I even said on the way that we should definitely hire the car for another day, but just didn't have the time to call.
It was too late.
Yeah, it was too late, unfortunately, to call them back up and get it for another day. So we had to decline her offer. And then we made our way up to our seats and thoroughly enjoyed the game.
They were good seats too.
Great seats. We were on the corner, but they were really good viewing. Decent viewing level as well. Really good game. Really enjoyable. Got a lot of good footage. A lot of cool photos. The atmosphere was incredible. Just the show that the Kings put on in general, and the whole atmosphere, entertainment was just awesome. Emma's about to fall asleep.
I'm not. I'm good.
So really enjoyed that until, of course, the last quarter. The Kings were actually up by 28 points and then somehow managed to lose the game on the last possession. So that was a little bit devastating, but still had a great time. Thoroughly enjoyed the game. Thoroughly enjoyed Sacramento, and then we had to make our way back. That was probably the hardest, definitely easily the hardest drive I've ever done in my life. Emma drove again.
Yeah. Well, almost killed us as well.
Yeah, so she did a little thing where I'd do it quite a lot myself, so I knew exactly what was going on, where you kind of nod off and then you do make the whole noise.
Hey, puppy.
Even Molly recognised that noise first and just jumped out of her skin.
It's okay, pumpkin. Go back sleep. Go back sleep.
So anyway,
Go back sleep.
she started to drift and there were a lot of trucks on those roads.
So Erin scared shitless.
Erin was terrified, so I told her, I think you need to pull over.
I think I drove for another 30 minutes after that, though, didn't I?
You drove for a good 20 odd minutes.
I was very determined. I was like, I'm going to make it to just stop.
Yeah, no, that was not good. So we managed to survive. Emma's driving.
Hey.
And I drove the rest of the way back. We stopped. I don't know where the hell it was. Can't remember.
Denny's?
Yeah, we stopped at Denny's. I don't remember.
I don't know where it was.
The start of the county was called, but it was pretty cool. It was nice. We walked in. We saw a sheriff just sitting there all by himself. I said, "G'day."
With a big plate of food too. It's
Huge
like how you expect to see it in the movies.
Yeah.
He just needed a donut and he would have been perfect.
Yeah, perfect. The guy behind the counter was really nice. This was about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So we stopped for food.
Food was awesome.
Food was really good. Don't remember. I had a hash brown.
You had pancakes or something, did you? Oh no, I had a toasty. I had a toasty.
I had a muffin of some sort.
I had a toasty and it was really good. It was just like a ham cheese toasty and then hash brown on the side or something.
It was really good. It was really cheap too. It probably cost us $15-16 or something like that for both of us.
Yeah.
And nice orange juice as well. So Denny's was pretty good.
Free refills as usual.
Yeah, free refills. And the cop jumped up, said goodbye to us.
Yeah, he was nice.
And then jumped in his cruiser and turned the lights on and took off in a hurry. So
off
that
he
was
went. Whoop, whoop.
Interesting. And then we made our way back to the hotel.
I don't remember much of that. I just remember sleeping in the car. No, but I don't even remember going into the hotel. I don't even remember getting home. I just remember waking up the next morning and being like, that was shit.
Yeah, I pulled over on the side of the road right next to the hotel, and I don't honestly remember a whole hell of a lot either myself, to be honest. I'm very tired.
We parked the car. I think we had an argument over parking the car.
We definitely had an argument over parking the car, yes.
Some guy walked past with his dog and his dog shits on the pavement and off he goes and just leaves it there. Next morning, dog shit was still there.
Yeah. Well, so we arrived back at the hotel probably 5:30 a.m. and I had to be up at 8 a.m.
There was no way I was dropping that car off with you.
So I took the car back by myself, dropped it off, got an Uber back, woke Emma up,
Yep.
and said, "Here we go, we're off to Universal Studios."
Meh.
So this day had just started again. 2.5 hours after we just got home. It was incredibly tiring, but we managed.
Yeah, we survived really well.
Somehow,
Universal Studios,
honestly,
didn't
we kind of survived it that well because I don't remember it at all. I remember,
Universal Studios.
I remember parts. I remember.
I remember you taking me on that stupid mummy ride, which he claimed was just a 3D thing, and it turned out it was roller coaster, and it went really fast forward, and then it shot you backwards all the way back, and then you got off. Remember?
No,
Terrified me.
don't
Went
remember
down
that.
the biggest escalators in the life that I've ever been down. Huge escalators, boop boop boop, straight down to the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge escalators.
I don't remember.
Saw Bumblebee. Bumblebee cuddled us.
Yeah, I remember having a cuddle with Bumblebee. That was pretty cool.
Well, I wasn't supposed to give him a cuddle. So we stood in front of him. Erin put his arm around me, gave me a cuddle, and the person in the Bumblebee suit. Oh, sorry, should I say that? Bumblebee. There's no person in Bumblebee.
No, it's just Bumblebee.
Bumblebee then, made Erin hug me tighter, and then there's a photo of him actually hugging us, isn't there?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I don't even remember the ride.
Met the animals.
Yeah, we met the animals.
The
some of
movie animals.
Famous animals. So we met the owl from Harry Potter,
Yep.
which Emma got very excited about. We met the dog from the new dog...
A dog's way home, yeah. 2 dogs out of that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Then there was a macaw bird that was going to be in the new Harley Quinn movie.
Yeah.
He was cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It'd be cool to see that, actually.
When she was like, "Who's a pretty kitty?" and the bird's like, "Meow."
So then we had the macaw meows, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, and then she knocked on the table he was sitting on. She's like, "Knock, knock," and he's like, "Come in." It was cool. I wanted him. Who's a pretty kitty? Meow.
Yeah, and then we went to a stunt show, which was cool. We watched someone get lit on fire.
Set on fire. How long they can last being set on fire for.
And yeah, that's about all I remember. I remember going on the tour and being really upset because I was so keen and excited to see the Back to the Future town centre, which had the town clock.
But they were filming
the courthouse and the clock, but they were filming some bloody episode
so we couldn't see it.
Super Show.
That's right.
At the time, we actually saw some of the actors from Super Show.
You saw the cars though from.
We saw the Back to the Future cars, but yeah,
the DeLorean wasn't there.
Didn't get to see the town centre, which would have been really cool.
And there was no DeLorean car.
And no DeLorean, no. So it was a little bit disappointing that we didn't get to see that, but it was still a pretty cool thing to see, like the Jaws, where the Jaws movie was filmed. There
was a house where was it Riverdale?
Mm-hmm.
There's a show called Riverdale that was filmed, and then I thought it was a dummy, but it turns out it was actually a real guy, and he came running at our cart with a knife, didn't he?
Yeah.
Scared the shit out of the ladies behind us. She screamed, gave her a heart attack.
We saw where Good Place was filmed, which was cool because I like Good Place. It's a pretty good show.
Yeah, The Good Place was also filmed in parts of places where the original Jaws was filmed.
Yeah,
didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it's been used for a lot of
things.
Reused for Murders and things like that. So it's been used a lot of different type of things. There's a lot of like old sets and lots that they even still use now, still there.
Well, they're obviously using the clock that you wanted to see.
No, I think they just cut off that area.
Oh, really?
Because it was filming in the same section, but
how rude.
Not that particular area. Yeah, it's pretty disappointing. Went through the set that they left there. I can't remember what the movie was called, but they had the giant plane crash.
Oh, was it? It wasn't War of the Worlds, was it? Where that? Yeah, it was War of the Worlds. That movie terrified me as a child, especially when the plane crashed and Tom Cruise and his kids come out of the basement, and there's a huge half a plane. Yeah,
so we drove through that plane
where the plane wreck
and it was a legit plane.
It was a full-size plane.
Completely torn open, and it looked really freaking cool.
Yeah, the guy that directed it wanted it to be so lifelike. He purchased a plane to rip in half and have proper seats and stuff thrown everywhere and to make it look real.
Yeah. We went on to another set as well, which we were part of with the... they had the water come down, the fire and all that. Being in the middle of that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, they had a...
You shat yourself.
What for?
That particular
Oh,
scene.
the landslide.
Nah, inside in the building, and the water come rushing at us.
Oh, that was horrible. It was like it was an earthquake.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be an earthquake, wasn't
In
it?
a subway.
Yes, an earthquake in a subway. And no joke, like it had a car coming sliding down at us, which of course wasn't going to hit us.
And it blew up right in front of us.
And it blew up right in front of us. So I think I singed my eyebrows.
That was cool. So the tour was pretty cool, but yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get to say the Back to the Future lot. But
That was sad.
still fun. Anything else happen at Universal Studios? I don't remember much.
Universal Studios, and we did the Simpsons. Was it the Simpsons one?
Huh?
Was the Simpsons ride there? The one we had the 3D the glasses on. It was the Simpsons ride.
Maybe.
And the Universal Studios had the Harry Potter world and stuff like that. It wasn't a huge amount to do there.
No.
We were pretty over it by the end of it.
Yeah, we were super tired from the whole experience in the previous day, so it wasn't easy anyway doing the whole day. I think we left probably about 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we didn't last all day, but I think we did get to see everything we wanted to see. Anyway.
Yeah, it was pretty small. It wasn't a huge
No.
amount. And it wasn't busy either, so...
No. Yeah, it wasn't too busy, which is good. We actually expected it to be a lot busier than it was.
Mm.
So we got a bit lucky there.
We pretty much... I think we just caught an Uber, went home, Uber Eats'd it, and went to bed.
Yeah, no, we
went to bed
didn't do
really
anything
early.
that night because, yeah, we were absolutely spent. Yeah, so then the next day... Dun, dun, dun! The next day? What was the next day?
You tell me.
Apparently, I'm telling the story, even though...
Yeah, you got your juices flowing.
Anyway, so the next day was...
Disneyland!
That's correct. So,
I just wanted a pair of ears.
she just wanted a pair of ears. Well, sorry, before that, we moved hotels. So we got
Oh, thank
out
God
of that place.
for that.
But you
Let me tell this story. This is the best. So the little Chinese man, it wasn't a Chinese lady this time, it was Chinese man, and he's like something you expected out of like Karate Kid, wasn't he? Like wax on, wax off. Well, first, Erin witnessed a dead body, and then we witnessed a arrest, didn't we? A citizen's arrest.
Yeah.
Anyway, and there was these two guys smoking in the lobby. This Chinese guy comes out, shorter than me. How many times have I told you, motherfuckers? No, I'm not allowed to smoke in here. Out, get out, get out. And he like pushes him out the front door. So we finally get like our deposit back.
He turned to us, he was like, oh, sorry
so
about that.
sorry.
Don't worry about them.
Sorry, I sought them out. Don't worry about them. And so they end up coming back in again as we're walking out the door, and he's come back again. I've told you,
Get out, you motherfuckers!
get out, motherfuckers! And then he's outside going, wax on, wax off, trying to fight them.
Yeah, so that ended that horrible hotel on a nice note, at least. Even though we literally saw somebody run through the hotel and be chased by a couple of people
Citizen's arrest.
right in front of us and get taken down. That was exciting.
Never found out what he did either.
Nah, we just got the hell out of there.
We were just like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, just on our way.
So we got ourselves an Uber and off to Anaheim we went, which is about an hour trip from LA to Anaheim. Dropped our stuff off at the hotel. That was really nice.
That was a good hotel.
We actually got checked in early, which is cool because we arrived at, would have been probably 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And check-in wasn't until 3. And
He checked us in straight away.
The guy there was a really nice dude. I'm not sure what nationality he would have been.
I don't know. I thought they were Indian because
Yeah.
it smelled like curry all
Yeah, I
the
think
time.
he was Indian.
He was nice.
But yeah, American Indian, not like a native Indian or anything. But and he said, "Oh, check-in's not till 3." And I was like, "Yeah, no, can we just drop our bags?" And he's like, "No,
Room's ready.
room's ready. You can have it now anyway." So that was cool. Now the room was cool as hell. Quite big, really nice flooring. And the bed itself was freaking massive.
Two.
Huh?
There was 2 beds,
It was
wasn't
a
it?
king-size bed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we had a giant king-size bed. So that was really cool. We wanted to nap, but Disneyland was calling. So off we go to Disneyland.
Do not stop Emma to get to Disneyland. There is no napping.
So the Uber trip there was only about 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nice and close.
Emma couldn't get out the taxi quick enough
Emma was bolting from the taxi to get into Disneyland.
to the front gate.
And ripping me along the way, I might add.
Sorry. You weren't keeping up. And you had the tickets, so how was I supposed to get in?
That's true.
You should have picked up the pace.
Everyone was super happy. The weather was not great.
It was raining.
From the start. It was muggy as hell. It was raining. No, it wasn't too cold. It was quite warmish, from memory.
It was cold, yeah.
But this was the first day where I was incredibly sick.
You started getting sick. Chinese flu.
Here comes the Chinese flu. It was unlike anything I've ever felt before as far as flu goes.
It hit you and it hit you hard.
It hit me real hard. I did not want to be there, but I did at the same time. So I pushed through and managed, but it was awful. So, yeah, Disneyland. Tell me something about Disneyland. 'Cause
Well,
it's you.
well, it was raining, so the first thing we decided to do was go to the gift shop.
Yes.
And?
And?
How was I? I can't remember.
Oh, bloody hell. Picked up literally everything. Luckily, didn't want to buy
I just
everything.
had a pair of ears.
Yeah, so the thought was, let's go straight for some ears. So she found her ears.
Well, my eyeball's huge.
17 different pairs, but
I had to try them all on.
managed to narrow it down to one pair, believe it or not.
Yep.
I only
Purple
bought the one
pair?
at the moment,
One pair. No, I made you buy a pair.
and then made me buy a pair, yes.
You couldn't go to Disneyland and wear ears.
It was supposed to be the Toy Story...
The little aliens.
But I decided I wanted to be R2-D2 for the day, so I bought myself some R2-D2 ears.
It was like a little party hat with like the string underneath your neck.
Yeah, I look like an idiot on reflection, but... Oh well. It was Emma's thing. I wanted to make her happy and join in on the fun.
It was fantastic.
We actually stood there for a while because it was
raining.
really heavily raining at that point.
Went
So-
to Starbucks and we sat under an umbrella.
Yeah, I went to Starbucks for some food and some hot coffee, and we sat there for quite a while.
Yeah, we sat probably for about an hour and a half.
It was probably midday by the time we
And
actually started.
yeah, it
doing
was
anything.
12 o'clock and we thought, stuff this, the rain's not finishing. Let's just go. We've got a fast pass for the railroad.
Yeah, so make sure if you do go to Disneyland that you get on the fast passes. You can't actually get a fast pass until you get there at Disneyland.
And you can only select one at a time. Is it?
No, you select 3, but you can use those 3, and then as soon as you finish the third, you can get one at a time after that.
Yep.
But you have to get 3 to begin with. So make sure you pick something that you can get through all 3 in a decent or short period of time, so you can keep using them afterwards. Don't pick something like a couple in the morning and then one in the evening, because you're never going to get to use any more. Because we actually end up using quite a lot of them. But fast pass is 100% the way to go. It costs you $15, but you get unlimited photos as well with that. There's another story to come with that. But it's definitely worth it. You skip all the lines and go straight to the front. Some of those bloody lines were 2 hours long. So
2.5, some of them.
the absolute longest we waited for fast pass was about 10 minutes.
Not even that.
Yeah, I think barely that even. So yeah, the rides were a lot of fun. I can't really remember what they were, to be honest.
I went on the carousel.
We went on the carousel.
And of course, the whole time, Erin's going, "Ugh,
I'm
how's the ride? Ugh."
not so good for things that just go around in a circle at a
I
certain
love
pace.
the carousels. Carousels are awesome. It's like being a little kid again.
Disneyland was a lot of fun. I was so sick that I kind of can't remember a whole hell of a lot, to be honest. But it was a lot of fun. We didn't get to go to Haunted Mansion.
That was just too busy.
It was always too busy, and we just never got the chance. There was no fast pass available for it all day.
It came to about 5 o'clock, and as much as I was in love with Disneyland and I wanted to stay, it was just, you were too sick.
Yeah, so that comes to the point where all day I was looking for these goddamn photographers, because, I mean, I paid for it for a start, so I wanted to use these photos.
But it was raining.
And there were supposed to be people all around the park where we could take photos, and we get them for free because they go straight to our app. There wasn't any the entire day that we were there, so that pissed me off, because it was $15 each, so it was $30. So for a start, I spent $30 on these damn photo passes that we didn't get. But it was raining, so there was a reason why they weren't out. But anyway, so you right there?
I need drink. Just, thank you.
Okay. Well, thanks for the break.
You can edit that out.
We'll edit that later. So trying to find these people with these damn photo passes. It never happened. Got to the parade, and I wasn't too interested in the parade at that point because I was so damn ill.
Everybody get your ears on.
But thankfully Emma wasn't even interested at all either, which is
Yeah,
very much
parades are my
surprising.
things. I mean, there's too many kids around.
Yeah, that was a surprise, but yeah, there was a
Yeah.
hell of a lot of people. We managed to go on a couple more rides, I think, at that point because there was far less people around the park. So at that point, we were like, screw it. We've had a big day, and we had another day there anyway.
And you started getting worse towards the end.
And I was just feeling worse and worse as the day went on, so I said, screw it. Let's just go home. It was about 4 o'clock, so we'd done pretty well anyway.
I was more interested in seeing the castle show from Disney World.
Yes, that was another thing. There was no
castle.
So Disneyland, everyone wants to go see the Magic Castle, but there wasn't one. It was a cardboard
damaged.
cutout because it was in construction from the damage that had been caused by the fireworks over all the years. So
It's disappointing because when you think of Disney, it's all you think of is the castle.
yeah, so we never actually got to see the Disneyland castle, which is a bit sad, but it did get made up later on by going to Disney World, which was a pretty amazing experience anyway. Everyone just had some reenactments of that. And her creative juices just started flowing, I think.
I want to go back.
Anyway, so we were making our way out the park, and hallelujah, I finally see a bloody photographer out the front of the park taking photos at the very entrance where the train station and the flower bed was that the Mickey-shaped flowers were. And thought, this is my last chance. Grabbed her by the hand, said, let's go get a photo. Because we paid for it and we deserve it.
I'd done shopping before that too, let's keep in mind.
She did buy some more ears.
Which weren't for me, they were for other people.
But she wants to keep them.
And I bought many things. Magnets.
Oh yes. Magnets, keyrings, thumpers, Bambis. Yeah. There was a lot of stuff actually.
T-shirt,
a happy place.
It says my happy place.
Yeah. So she was a happy little chappie on the way out.
I was chuffed.
And so we went over to get our photos.
And I had a bag, and the bag said Disneyland.
The bag said Disneyland. I said, give me a bag, I'm going to go put them next to the guy taking the photo. So I walked over to the guy, dropped the bags, and I said to the guy as I dropped him, I'm going to propose.
I thought you were just saying I'm leaving my bag here.
So I walked back to Emma, take the photos, got our photos done. Really nice, really cool, and awkwardly enough, I kept standing there for a few seconds afterwards and said, oh, so you've had a good day? Yeah. And
the train went past, and I was looking at the train.
And I said, oh, yeah, cool. I've got one more question for you. And I think it was at that point where she kind of
figured it out
and almost started running away in a hurry. But luckily I had her by the hand at that point, and I dropped to my knee, or ever so elegantly. All that practice and training over those months has definitely paid off. And I got down, grabbed her by the hand, kept hold of her, make sure she couldn't run away, and popped the question.
And he had the wrong hand.
Had the wrong hand, but that was really just me trying to keep her from running.
I wasn't going to run away. It was just like, I thought you were like kidding. I thought it was all going to be like, I've got one last question, and be like, drop down to the floor and be like, oh, I've just got to pick up something off the floor or something like that. So that's why when I realised you're actually going to do it, I was like, no. And of course, every lady in the bloody crowd was like, oh my God.
So they proceeded to take a lot more photos. We had 2 or 3 photographers around us at that point taking his photos. So.
And everyone staring at us.
Yeah, and we got our money's worth. Everyone was clapping. Everyone was cheering. There was a few old ladies crying. So
was there?
Oh yeah, yeah. So
strange.
It was definitely the experience of a lifetime, and I think it went pretty well because she said yes. So it must have been alright.
I couldn't say no. It looked bad.
Well, you didn't answer me at first.
Well, I was like, yes, if you put it on the right hand. You had the wrong hand. I was like, if you can put it on the right hand, sure.
Well, I had to ask if she would marry me twice, which I don't know if that happens too often to too many people, but...
I didn't hear you the first time, to be honest. I was too busy trying to figure out what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, so there you go. She eventually said yes and was shaking like an absolute leaf. So that was nice.
That's nice.
And we went walking down Disney Way or whatever it was called.
Yeah, it was like a little leaving basically, and it was
It's just a way to get everyone to spend more money.
more shops,
but it was
more
cool.
shops, and
Lots
more
of cool
shops.
stuff. Until we thought, okay, enough's enough, let's go, and made our way back to the hotel. I don't think we did anything that night either.
No,
I was very sick.
We got again Uber Eats, and you that night. That was the worst you were all night. You were shaking. I had not blankets. I had flannels on you that were wet, and as soon as I put them on your forehead and your chest, they basically went hot. So I spent all night up and down doing that. We didn't do anything that next day.
Did we?
No, we were supposed to do 2 days at Disneyland and 1 day at California Adventures, and we didn't do anything.
So we spent the
day,
rest of the day in bed because
slept.
I was too damn sick and couldn't move. So
you slept. And I gave you cold and flu. Actually, no, we went to Walmart on the way home.
Yeah.
From Disneyland, and you got cold and flu, and that night, because you were so bad, I gave you some more, accidentally giving you the nighttime ones.
NyQuil, that shit is amazing.
And I knocked you out till about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, Matt, if you're sick over there, you got the flu,
NyQuil.
Really anything, get yourself a NyQuil, because holy shit. That stuff didn't give me any sort of effects when I woke up in the morning. I was wide awake. No issues, but holy shit, it put me to sleep straight away. And
so
I slept like a baby.
We didn't do anything that day because basically that night when you were shaking and that, I said, don't worry, Disneyland, we've done it. It's okay. We'll just give it a rest. And
yeah, so we didn't do anything the second day at all in Anaheim. So third day we went to California Adventures, which is a place that I spent some time at 10 years ago, thinking that it was actually Disneyland. In fact, it wasn't. So we had a good time at California Adventures from memory. There was actually a shit ton of people there.
It was very busy.
It was very busy.
We didn't do any of Toy Story Land.
None of Toy Story Land, which was sad, but
it was just too busy.
The lines were huge. It was a 2-hour wait for just about everything. The roller coaster was really cool. The Incredicoaster.
Yeah, Incredibles.
That was awesome. Had a great time on that. Got some cool videos. Didn't do much else there though, did we? Really?
We had a lot of popcorn.
We went to the Cars world.
Yeah, that's the ride we waited for.
Was that California Adventures?
That was California Adventures. We waited 2 hours for the Cars ride.
Just going to the Cars land itself was really cool.
Yeah,
because it's just like it's a live action. What's the name of the Cars?
The area.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Spring something.
Radiator Springs.
Radiator Springs,
so
yep.
Going to Radiator Springs was just a live action Radiator Springs, which was a weird feeling, but it looked exactly like it does in the
It had the cozy cone.
Literally everything was exactly the same. It was so cool. Going to the tyre shop.
Had Flo's gas station.
Yep. It had Mater's tomato, whatever you called it.
Yep.
That was cool. That's actually where we
met Luigi shop.
Yeah.
Luigi's tyre shop.
So we met Mater. That was really cool. Just the way they did the cars as well.
The cars were drivable.
Like, super lifelike.
Really
they were fairly smallish. Not as big as a normal car, but they were extremely lifelike and actually looked animated even though they were driving. But they were talking and moving their mouths and everything. It was super cool. Did we meet Lightning McQueen?
No.
No.
We were going to, but we didn't bother. The line was too big.
The line was huge. And yeah, the really major thing we did do at California Adventures was go on the Cars ride itself. Extremely glad we did. We did wait for 2 hours. The line said that it would be 90 minutes. It was the last thing we were going to do anyway.
Yep.
So we thought, screw it, we'll just do it.
We committed
to it. And it was 2 hours until we finally got there. But that ride was so much fun.
It was an awesome ride. We had a blue car. And it was like your little Veloster.
Looked like my
so
Veloster, yeah.
The whole time we were like, come on, Veloster. Because it's racing. It's cars racing.
Well, you're going through and you're getting yourself a spray job. You're getting some tyres.
Yep. You're practicing.
Getting warmed up for this race, which in itself was really cool. to do all that first.
You do the tractor tipping with Mater.
Yeah, and like it was quite a long ride before you even got to the main event, and then you go through literally a race, 1-on-1 against other cars, and you line up and you just go, and it goes alright. It was hammering. That was awesome.
It was an awesome ride.
That was really fun, and our car won. So.
Our car won, and the photo was funny because the kid next to me was staring at us because we were like, "Come on, Molester, you can do it!" And then when we won, we were all obviously cheering, and the little Asian ladies behind us were cheering too.
Yeah, we were getting right into that.
And the kid next to me was all like, "Huh?"
That was awesome. So that was the last thing we did at California Adventures, and definitely enjoyed that immensely. Definitely do that again.
Yeah, and then we got off, and the ride was like a 20-minute wait, and we were like, "Oh, you bastards!"
Yeah. We should probably have done it again. But I wasn't going to wait another
Not with a bunch of school kids.
Oh, yeah, there was a lot of school kids there that day. So that was our California Adventures.
Yep.
That was cool. We actually didn't mention anything about Walmart, except for the fact that we went there.
It was cheap.
It was
Walmart.
Cool. There was a lot of cool shit there.
Erin bought 6 bottles of 600ml Cokes.
Oh, I had a conversation with this guy about these damn Cokes because I couldn't fathom that they were these price.
You thought it was $2 per bottle.
Yeah, $2.50 per bottle.
It was a 6-pack.
Yeah, and there were 600ml bottles.
So you were whatever. That's still fairly cheap. $2 a bottle. That's okay. And then we got there and we scanned it, and it was $2.
This guy kept saying to me, he's like, "Yeah, $2.
Yeah,
$2. Yeah, $2." I'm like,
$2
but how
a
much
bottle
for all 6 of the damn things? He's like, $2. I'm like, okay, nah, this is wrong. It's got to be $2 each. I thought, okay, yeah, we'll do it anyway. And then, like Em said, we scanned it and it got $2. We turned to the guy and we said, "Mate, what do we have to scan here? Because I'm not sure if we're actually scanning the right thing." He's like, "Yeah, you're good." I said, "Wait a minute, but it's only $2. He's like, "Yeah, they're only $2. I was like, "You are joking." 6 600ml bottles of Coke for $2. Oh, yep. That was insane.
And it was nothing new to him. He was just like, "Yeah."
He's like, "Yeah, how crazy is that?" And he's like, "Yeah, I wouldn't buy a 2-litre bottle because it costs more than a 600ml Cokes." Even he was like, "Yeah, well, yeah, of course you would." So I can't believe we just got stuck on 600ml bottles of Coke for so long, but at $2, wasn't passing that up. Yeah. So that was our Walmart experience. We did see some guns, which is something I was looking for.
Yeah, there was guns, in Walmart.
Yeah, right. Rifles and...
down the aisle from, like, baby clothing or something like that.
Some pistols. And there was these massive buckets of Cheetos.
Yep.
Like 1 kilo buckets of Cheetos for about...
It was a huge rifle.
Yep.
Huge rifle. It was almost like a chemist as well, wasn't it? Like, it was...
Yeah. Yeah, it was. There was like 4 very long rows of medication. And they were real high as well, so not the people that were working there, but the racks were very high. Trying to find medication was not easy, so we found the NyQuil because I've heard about it on Dennis Leary. If you've ever heard Dennis Leary, he's like, NyQuil, we love you, you giant fucking Q. So I recognised that Q straight away. I was like, I gotta have that just because it was on the show.
I had no idea what was going on.
And we saw Pepto-Bismol,
which you wouldn't let me have any of.
Which I've never seen it, but
it was pink.
Everyone kept talking about Pepto-Bismol on the movies and things like that. So I was like, holy crap, there it is, Pepto-Bismol. And and it looks like I don't know if anyone else has ever had it, but when you're a kid, you have pink antibiotics. Emma's burping into the microphone, very ladylike. You have pink antibiotics that always tasted really good. Mum used to always give it to me, and I was like, hell yeah, I'll have some of that. Really? It tastes so good. And that's the sort of thing it looked like. And I could just about guarantee you that's what it tastes like too. We never got it.
No, I had a sore stomach, and it's like, what is it for? Sore tummies? I said, can we please have some? No, you don't need it. You'll be right. Just buy me some Pepto-Bismol.
Some what?
What was it called?
Pepto-Bismol. Yeah, so that was California Adventures and Walmart. What day was that? That was the Friday.
Oh, good Lord.
Okay, so we left fairly early then because we had to drive back to LA because we went to the Los Angeles Lakers and Brooklyn.
It was pretty much just basketball from here onwards, wasn't it?
A little bit. we'd already been to the Sacramento Kings game. But, oh, by the way, the Sacramento Kings game was also against the Brooklyn Nets.
We've come to the conclusion that we're a jinx as well.
We are a jinx. So the Kings lost. And then we went to support the Lakers just because we wanted to see LeBron James play.
We didn't think he was playing at one point either.
Yeah, no, he
didn't come out with the team.
Yeah, so the whole team would come out and they were warming up for a good, probably 10 minutes. So there was about 5 minutes before the game and no LeBron James. He hadn't shown up. Next minute, the crowd erupts and there's LeBron James. Out he comes onto the court with only 5 minutes to spare before the game starts. So that was extremely exciting because I think I'd got my hopes up at that point that, yeah, he wasn't coming. So just to see LeBron come out was incredibly exciting because, growing up, a Michael Jordan fan, never getting to watch Michael Jordan play. Tracy McGrady fan, never gotten to watch Tracy McGrady play. And then having the opportunity to see LeBron James play, and there was a lot of talk about him not playing because of his injuries and just some bollocks towards the end of the season where they said they would rest him. And then he does come out and play, was just incredible. Staples Center was really cool. Up very high. Wasn't bad seats though. We could see everything. It was probably just a little bit high. So I would recommend trying to get lower if you can, but it was still good enough to see. And then LeBron went on to score a triple-double. Oh, no, he didn't actually. He was 1 rebound short of a triple-double. So he got 27 points and 9 rebounds and 16 assists or something crazy. That was really, really cool. And then the Lakers proceeded to lose. And the crowd absolutely destroyed LeBron. They were just baking him. They were booing the shit out of him, telling him to piss off back to Cleveland. LeBron, you suck. I just couldn't believe it. I think even Emma was shocked, surprised by it. The fact that they were even in the game was because of him to begin with.
Oh, they were assholes. Oh, really?
Yeah, anyway, so Emma just went to the toilet, so I was on my own.
To tell him that?
It's just on my own there for that whole speech about the Lakers, so if I sounded a bit boring, it's because Emma wasn't here.
Oh.
So the jinx that we watched the Kings lose, and then we've watched the Lakers lose. So then the Saturday is a complete blur to me.
Saturday?
Yeah.
Saturday. Did we have another basketball game? We had the Kings versus Lakers.
No, Saturday was the day we went to.
Saturday.
Nah. Saturday we were supposed to go to Disneyland. Friday we went to California Adventures. Nah, that's not true.
No, we had a gap between us.
So the Friday when we did nothing after Disneyland, and when we did nothing on the Friday, then we went to the Lakers game. Then the Saturday we went to California Adventures, and then we came home and we were completely spent and did nothing that night either. Correct. So then the Sunday was our last day in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Oh, okay. So Sunday we went and got the car, the Dodge. So we hired a Dodge Journey?
Journey, yeah. And it was bright orange.
Bright orange. You couldn't miss us. We were supposed to get a Hyundai Santa Fe. No,
it was supposed to be a Suzuki.
Nah, I think it was supposed to be a Hyundai Santa Fe. But they gave us a bright freaking orange Dodge Journey.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it was actually really cool. It was
fit all our suitcases.
Easy to drive, shitload of room for our suitcases.
Emma was asleep straight away.
Because that day we just planned on driving into LA and finding some cool places to see. And so we drove into LA to find the murder house.
Yep.
From American Horror Story.
It's creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy as hell, but there was already people there when we rocked up, so we're like, oh great, we're going to have to share our trip with other people. But we just waited in the car for a while until they left.
I wish you could have gone in that house. I wish they'd do tours in that house. That house would be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be really cool if they open up for tours, but they've actually closed the house completely down. No one can go in there. And,
Can't even go on the grass.
No, they've put fences up all around it. Obviously, the owners just don't want anything to do with it, which is really odd.
They sued.
They sued them.
They sued the company.
They didn't disclose the fact that the house was in the show, so they were pissed off that all these people kept showing up to look at their house, and people were going on their lawn, and even
people were breaking in, weren't they?
Yeah, to check out the inside. So they actually sued the company that sold them the house for not disclosing.
You could make a lot of money out of that house.
Which is probably why they just shut it down, because they got enough money out of it that they didn't care for it anymore.
It was awesome though.
It was really cool to see, for sure.
Saw another squirrel.
We saw some more squirrels, yes, and we got very excited.
I wanted a squirrel.
She wanted to keep one, but we didn't let her. And then we went on to Redondo Beach. That was a fair drive, actually. It was a good hour out.
Wait. I was sick now.
Emma was starting to get sick now.
I wasn't well. I was very sick.
I was starting to get a little bit better. And now Emma was sick, probably because
I was very
of me.
sick.
And she actually slept the majority of this day anyway.
I couldn't move. I
didn't want to get out of the car.
I couldn't walk.
So we drove off to Redondo Beach. This is about an hour away, because we wanted to see the OC locations. Now, those who know me know that the OC is my, I'm going to say, second favourite show of all time.
Which we are currently watching now.
Which is literally on in the background right now. We just started watching again because we got to see where the locations were filmed, and the diner and the pier that we used majority of the time in season 1 and 2, where it's exactly the same as it was back then in the show. The show finished like 15 years ago, so for it to still be the same was super cool to see. I don't think the owners actually had any idea that it was what it was. Nothing had changed at all. The seats were still exactly the same, ripped and torn. Even the curtains with the corn on it was the same.
Paint on the wall was the same.
Paint on the wall. Yes, everything was just so cool to see. We sat in the diner. We actually got to eat in the diner. That was really cool. Walking the pier was quite cool. Just seeing all that. Even though Emma thought it was going to fall over.
It was made of wood.
It was pretty dodgy, but I'm sure it's very safe.
It's made of wood, and it's got buildings on it.
Yeah, a lot of them too.
Yeah. I was going to die.
Did we get an ice cream?
We were going to, but we didn't because I wasn't feeling well. I didn't even eat my lunch. I had pancakes, and I ate like half a pancake.
Yeah, that was super cheap too. I think we paid like $10 for both of our meals and drinks.
They were really nice.
I had pancakes as well, and I absolutely loved them. They were great. So, again, definitely eat there if you get a chance. And then we went off to the beach. Saw where they filmed on the beach.
The lifeguard tower.
The lifeguard tower. Emma was just about dead at this point, so I got my drone out, hoping to fly the drone. And my drone was broken anyway, so it didn't happen in the end. After an hour's worth of mucking around with it. And then off we went. End of the day. And we just drove back to Los Angeles to go to the Los Angeles Lakers and Sacramento Kings game, where we were then again supporting the Sacramento Kings, and again they lost.
For a fucking jinx.
So not only we see the Kings lose twice, which is my team, but we saw the three teams that we were supporting all lose in 3 or 4 days. So we are a jinx. Absolutely. And then from there was the end of our Los Angeles trip. So we said our goodbye to LA, and we drove about an hour after the Los Angeles Lakers Kings game to a place called Hesperia, which is kind of in the middle of nowhere, out in the desert.
We stayed there for a night, didn't we?
We stayed there for the one night. Quite a nice little hotel, a Holiday Inn.
We got there late.
Got there real late. We got there... Oh, not really. It was only about 11 p.m.
Yeah. Went to bed.
Yeah, we pretty much... Oh, we got Macca's Uber Eats.
Yep.
That took a while because the guy kept driving around in freaking circles.
To be fair, we drove in circles trying to find the place. We went down the wrong street.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so we spent a night in Hesperia, and then the next morning we got up to drive our 3.5 hours remaining left to Vegas, which we will cover in the next episode of our Erin and Emma show, because we did not realise that this would take an hour and a half just to cover 5 days in Los Angeles.
And we've still got Disney World.
And we've still got a hell of a lot to cover. This is just the tip of it.
Oh, God, it's going to take us forever just to do bloody WrestleMania.
Look out. It's going to be a week's worth of podcasting.
Good Lord. No one's listening to this, you realise that, don't you?
No one's listening, but
no one's listening.
It's good. We've covered a lot of stuff.
We apparently like the sound of our own voices.
We do like the sound of our own voice. Milo has not involved herself once.
No, she farted a couple of times.
She's farted a few times. She's snorted a few times.
You scared the shit out of her when you did the sleeping thing.
But she hasn't made her way over, which is surprising. So we took advantage of that, and we've recorded an hour and a half. And then tomorrow, no doubt, whenever it is, when we try to do it again, she'll be right in our grill, no doubt. So
I tried doing this little piggy, but she didn't care.
Anyway, we're going to pick this up another day. Emma is pretty much asleep.
Yep.
It's 2:46 a.m. Mother's Day tomorrow.
It's today.
/today.
Where's my present?
Emma needs a present for Milo.
I'm a dog mum.
She's a dog mum. So today we're going to go to the Dockers and Richmond game. And then we're going to go to the Carvery for dinner. Take the parents to the
Rents.
The Reds, and then we're going to go to the casino, and we're going to watch the Manchester City. You're going
to watch the Manchester City while I gamble.
I'm going to watch Manchester City win the English Premier League, because Liverpool are going to choke again.
Is this necessary?
It's going to be wonderful. I can't wait. So thank you for listening to our hour and a half worth of gibberish, and we'll continue on with the 3 following weeks at another time.
You people are going to get bored.
There's some more exciting stuff to come up.
They just want to hear about Disney World. That's all they want to hear about.
No, I don't want to hear about WrestleMania.
Disney World.
Yeah, no, WrestleMania.
Disney World. Everyone loves Disneyland.
There's a lot to come from
Everyone
WrestleMania.
loves Disneyland.
There was a lot of famous people.
I stole a chair.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Okay.
Farewell.
Thank you, people. Good night. Have a great sleep.
Good morning.
Good morning.